What's up, everybody? Welcome. Gold Sniping Farmer. First one in the house. Sorry about that. And a couple minutes late there. Tuli will be here in a little bit. She's taking care of a couple of things. And hope everybody's doing well with this crazy cold we got going on. Oh man. Yeah. This is how I know I'm getting older, when I start complaining about it being cold outside. I used to be a snowmobiler. I used to love this stuff. I used to love the snow, used to love the cold. Nah, not anymore. Bella's Forge. Chew, welcome. So let's see here. Silver and Gold Stack Attack. Good evening. Like I said, a couple of you just popped in. Tuli will be here in a little bit. I'm just going to sit here and talk with you while we're waiting. Hope everybody had a great weekend. This is our first live of the year. Cranky won't be here tonight. He's taking care of some stuff himself. And, I always preach family first. So that's what's going on with that. So I do have to ask, Stack Attack, how much money did the Lions cost you against Minnesota? Mr. and Mrs. West Texas, welcome. So I know over these parts I took it a little easy on what I was been picking up. I know I set goals for the first of the year. They killed me the week before I lost my fantasy. Oh, dang. Well, see, they either go one way or the other. They either kill us in our fantasy football because last 2.5 years they've shocked the world. But now before that, the fantasy football it wasn't real. I don't know how to put it. It wasn't a good idea to have Lions in your fantasy league. But they're definitely shocking the world. Kevin Hawthorne, good evening. Now we're getting excited. There's a new feel in the air around here, and we'll see what happens Saturday. They got to play Washington Saturday, and we'll see what happens from there. I'm keeping the faith. I'm keeping positive. It's the Lions year, and I did a college bracket and did horrible. Wow. Oh, we all are. Nah. They made a big deal on the radio this morning. I was on my way home from work. I usually listen to the news station on the way home to keep up on what's going on around town when I'm driving home. And they made a big point about it. Our famous Michigan NBA star Magic Johnson is part owner of whatever you want to call him, the Washington football team, he's pulling for them. It's like, he would, but we're definitely pulling for our Lions. Pure Metals, welcome. But yeah, it's a nice feeling in the air around here when it comes to that. I was saying, I set my goals for 2025, and I know I've had a couple people that tell me I'm nuts. I'm challenging myself to 1 gram of gold a month for 31 months. And then at the end of it, we're going to see how it plays out. Would it have been cheaper for me to save and buy an ounce at one time, or cheaper for me to do it a little bit at a time? We'll see what happens. Either way, I'm having fun with it. I'm not sweating it. Picked up that first gram of gold already, and we'll see where it goes. And I'm filling my tubes, so filling my tubes. So a little bit, $50 here, $50 there. Dollar face here, dollar face there. Didn't do a whole heck of a lot this week, but we'll see what happens this weekend. There's a whole bunch of auctions coming up this weekend, so I'm always good for some stuff from T, and we've got some other YouTubers here that also have whatnot channels or whatnot, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going for 2 ounces here. Hey, go for it. That sounds great. Go for it. And I try to keep it, and I'm guilty of splurging quite a bit, because I'm one of those ones, I see something, I gotta have it. But the whole stacking on a budget, because I've got some subscribers that are doing this on just a social security check or other like limited income, where they don't they can't go out and drop $200-300 at a time on stuff. I'm just throwing a number out there, but hey, if all you can do is pick up a couple of, or maybe $1 face worth of quarters, or $1 face worth of $50, go for it. And that's what I'm trying to stick to. And like I said, I'm guilty of going, oh wow, look at that, I gotta have it. And Phoenix Coins can attest to this. He's a seller, not just a buyer. He can attest to it. Just, you can get addicted to whatnot, especially if you know who you're buying from. And I always remind everybody, do your research. I've only got a select few that I'll buy from, and did my 4th news interview. Oh, Kevin, outstanding! Congratulations! But yeah, I'm gonna try to stick to that whole budget thing. And what I've got a select few that I buy from on whatnot, and there's some of the ones you can trust, but you do have to really watch what you're doing in there. Like I said, I think I've got like 4 or 5 that I'll actually buy from. So, but yeah, just a little bit at a time adds up after a while, and So, how's everybody else doing? How's everybody else's? I mean, you have to go into detail. How's everybody else doing with their stacking and collecting and all that? Here, let me scroll through the comments here real quick, make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right, let's see here. Okay, looks like I'm all caught up in the comments, I think. Let's see here. Definitely figure I can go hard this year with the second guy. Yeah, there you go. That's definitely one way. I'm doing good getting to pick up some things this month. Outstanding. Yeah, I would love to, have like the 10-ounce bars and all that stuff. It's just, I'm, like I said, when I started this, I'm trying to keep it, on a budget, and save here and there. And, I've got this thing. I've showed this before. When this fills up, I go buy stuff with it. It's a little thin right now, but it's getting there. So, Yep, pure metals. That's usually what I do. I'll go on payday and get a couple of pieces for each week, or even I'm kind of fascinated with filling the tubes with like mercury dimes and the quarters and stuff. I don't go out of my way looking for the like the standing liberties and all that, but I did get a really good deal on one, and it was only one. I was excited and grabbed it because I've got 3 walking liberty quarters, or standing liberty quarters, I'm sorry. And the one I picked up the last week is the only one I've got that you can actually read the date on it. Check, welcome. And 406 Stacker, welcome. Move this out of the way here. So yeah, and Chuck was my Secret Santa this year, and I keep showing this off. I love this thing. Part of my Secret Santa, he sent me this box. Well, we have that's where the that's going to be about my gold chest here. Only one of those is, well, the one here is my January gram. But yep, that's going to be my gold chest for now until I outgrow it. Super cool box. And let's see. Yep, let's see. Secret Santa 2024. Nice, filled up with gold. That's what I'm doing, Chuck. I'm doing it 1 gram at a time. So hopefully in another 30 months, I'll have an ounce sitting in there. So that was my big challenge for myself for 2025. So, and also, the cheapest I can get too. But yeah, all about the budget. So let's see. All right. And of course, the tubes are coming along pretty well too. So filling up those dimes, filling up those quarters. Helping my son. His new fascination is the walking Liberty halves. So I've got my blind lead tonight, but I'm going to listen as much as I can. Okay. Hey, Silver Boy Blues. I get it. We're gonna cheer for you. We're gonna get you a 300 game. And let's see. Sometimes these the comments go flying by. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody here. And let's see, new comments. Coolio. So, yeah, I had a friend of mine that guy I went to high school with. His brother bowled a 300 the other night. So maybe we can get some of that positive energy. Head over there, get you a 300 game. So, let's see here. So, all right. What was I? So, but yeah, we're getting it going here for 25. And for those of you that just popped in, I know usually Cranky and I are doing our flying by the seat of our pants. He had to take the night off. And our friend Tuli should be here in a little bit. So it won't just be me talking to you. We'll get a full-blown conversation going here shortly. I know I got an email from somebody asking why do I stack copper? And I honestly don't. Yeah, I do collect some things. Just little, if the design's something I think is really cool, I'll buy it. It goes in a whole different place. It's a collectible. It's not a stackable. If you want to use the term stacking with copper, yeah, you're pre-82 pennies, pre-82 US 1 cents, and pre-82 Canadian pennies. 7 stacks. Hello. So, this was actually one of my latest acquisitions for the copper collection. That design's pretty cool. No pun intended, but it's from cool to coins. And I'm very adamant, if you're gonna stack copper, pennies, because unless it's changed. I know the last time I looked, I think they said that the copper pennies are actually worth like 3 cents a piece. So 3 cents versus their 1 cent face value. So I appreciate it. Yeah, that's pretty much why what I like about it. And some of the stuff, if you get it the way it tones up, it actually looks better the longer it sits out. And like I said, I've got a couple of copper pieces that were poured by members of the community. Oh, that's artwork to me. So, I know I've got this one right here, the little button that Tuli sent me, and somewhere here I've got one that Stacker Man sent me. Let me see. It disappeared on me. Bean Becky, welcome. Okay. Sorry, guys. The fingers aren't working right tonight. So, hey, Mike, happy Monday to you, too. This is the one that Stacker Man sent me. It's a little over 5 ounces. I think that's the coolest thing in the world when you take the time to put your, blood, sweat, and tears into, making a work of art. Now, see what I'm doing. And I think I gotta get on the list. I'm definitely when Stack Attack does his bulldogs, I'm definitely in for 2 of them, because I know my son's gonna want one too, because he loves bulldogs. So, and if you haven't seen those, if you look back at the live that My Silver Journey and Tuli did last night, they both had theirs sitting up in the background. Those things are super cool. So, and Mr. Silver Eagle, welcome. Good evening. So, all right, put that there. And so, yeah, anybody, yeah, I don't stack it. I collect it. And pretty much anything, like I said, the community pours, those go in my stack, because those were, that's somebody's talent turned into art. And something else, I did a community post sharing one of Tuli's videos from a while back, when she actually hammered sharp pour. Oh, cool. I did a community post showing one of Tuli's videos from a while back, where she actually saves the pull tabs from pop cans, Red Bull, whatever, anything that comes in a can with the pull tab on it, and it's aluminum, and she melts it down and turns it into art. And okay, everybody, you get people shrug their shoulders and shake their heads at aluminum, and oh, Seven, I know. Oh, trust me, you'll eventually get one. And this one right here, this began its life as pull tabs on the pop cans or beverage cans. And you can take all that stuff and turn it into a piece of art. This sits in my deep stack. I just pulled it out tonight for the live. And you can you can collect and stack and then be totally different. I know some people, the like your barber coins and your standing liberties and your seated liberties and stuff have become more collectible because the numismatic yeah, what you said, Gold Sniping Farmer. What you said, nim. Some of that stuff has become collectible now because numismatic value is more than the silver value. Okay, that's both, but as far as the copper and it's a collectible. So that's the only, when you see me showing off cut copper, that's going in a collection. That's going, I've got a tube with copper rounds in it that sits in my collectible bin, not my stack bin. So, all right, let's see. Let me check out the comments here. Collector and stacker as well. Exactly, Mr. Silver Eagle. Exactly. That's what I tell everybody all the time. If you like it, you want to collect it. You like it, you want to stack it. It's just when I say that this isn't stacking, this because what you pay for these, you're never going to get close to your money back. Because you're paying, depending on who you're buying it from and what's on it, anywhere from $4 an ounce to $12-13 an ounce. And I haven't looked at the price of copper lately, but when you're selling it, they buy it by the pound, not the ounce. So you're not going to get anywhere close to what you paid for it. But again, there's stuff that's cool to look at. The artwork on it, some of the designs. I know I've been accumulating a lot of colorized copper lately, but and like I said, colorized it's not my favorite, but some of the designs you just can't pass it up. I mean, there's one, and I've kind of gotten on a kick where I'm picking up stuff from Vegas. It's on my bucket list of places to visit. This though I do have to say is one of my favorites because it kind of ties into Michigan. The white-tailed deer, the hunting, and that, and things we can't say on YouTube. The pew pew, and here we go. Here's another Vegas one. And the copper version of the Walking Liberty. And oh yes, the copper Libertad. So, but yeah, of course I've got and you guys have seen them before. I've had them up in the background. I've got several from Michigan, and they're actually talking about starting to mine again up in the Upper Peninsula. Got a lot of copper mines up there that have been sitting idle for years, and they finally realized, hey, you know what, we need more copper. So that'll be good, for the economy and for the people that work up there. And put a lot of people back to work, and more copper to make art with. But let's see. Numis Collector Stacker. There you go. Let's see. 3D. Sorry about that, buddy. I didn't say hi to you. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're 3D ASE should be here tomorrow. Let's see. We're waiting on Tuli. She should be here shortly. And let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. 7, I don't remember if I said hi to you or not, but hi. So anybody here in the Florida area got to go to the fun show this weekend? Because I've been watching the videos. That's on my bucket list too. I want to get down there one of these years for that show. So, okay, I just wanted to make sure because sometimes I get to running my mouth and I miss people in the chat. So, I know Pirate did a couple videos down there. I know Southeast was down there. Gosh, I can't remember. There were several, not me, but it looked like it did, Chuck. It looked like a ton of fun. I mean, when Pirate said he spent several hours there, and only got a third of the way through the show, it's like, wow, yeah, that's something I got to do. Put on my walking shoes and start walking. So, all right, let's see. So, all right. But yeah, the main reason that looked really fun to me is a lot of our coin shows around here are very small. Yeah, there we go. Yep, I knew. Stackerman. Well, welcome. Nobody, hey, a little late getting here. No problem. We're just talking about this, that, and the other thing. But yeah, a lot of our coin shows around here. We had one. Gosh, when was that? That was back in. Was it the weekend before Thanksgiving? That it was kind of pretty big venue, but only about 2/3 of it had occupied tables. Most of ours, they hold it like elk lodges and FOP halls and American Legion halls and that. So they're not real big, but that one that looked like fun. And of course, he had to show us where all the food was over in the little food court they had set up. So you can make a whole day out of it going to that place. Go hit the first third, have something to eat. Hit the second third, have something to eat. Hit the last of it, and have something to eat again before you go home. Make a whole day out of it. But yeah, we've got several coming up around here. I think they all pretty much took the month of January off, so they should be starting next month, starting up again. What town was that one in, Michi? The bigger one here in Michigan. Silver Boy Blues. You talking about the one I was referring to back around Thanksgiving? Because if that's the one, that one was in Warren at Macomb Community College. They had it in their I don't know what they call it. Oh, I'm not sure what they even call it anymore. It was like the gymnasium where their basketball team plays. Oh yeah, 3D. You're not kidding. Hey, my Silver Journey. No, yeah, it's I think that's the old saying, pack a lunch. yeah, that place, yeah, I definitely walk out of there broke. That just, yeah, and even just what Pirate was showing, I'd be broke real quick. So, but yeah, it's our show season will be starting around here next month, and there's the one I know I did a video about the one up just north of me in Wyandotte, and I think part of the problem was I was there at the end of summer vacation, and a lot of people weren't there because they wanted to get that last summer trip in with the kids before they went back to school. But I kept telling them I was going to take 2 tables there, and then was overwhelmed with selling my mom's house. Oh no, it's there was a lot of stuff going on at that show, but and I understand too. It's and it was the holiday season on top of it, so people are getting ready for it was the weekend before Thanksgiving, so you got a lot of people that waiting on getting ready for Thanksgiving, getting ready for Christmas and all that, and you run out of time to do that stuff, and then obviously everybody's got lives outside of stacking and collecting and that, and it's understandable. I know that when I went down, I want to say it was back in August, early September. I went to one in Wyandotte, which is just north of me here. And that place, it was in a little like church hall, and that one was only about half full. And that one made my head hurt because that's the place where you walk in and everybody's got the little plastic kiddie pool sitting up on the table loaded with stuff. And yeah, it's kind of cool to fish through and look for stuff, but the ones that were there, their prices were crazy expensive for everything. But yeah, we're definitely going to be checking out some shows this year, see what we get. But yeah, most of ours are like I said, they're little elk lodges and FOP halls, American Legion halls, little places here and there. That wasn't fully my fault. No, I did find a really cool LCS that was there selling stuff. He was really reasonable, really cool. Took the time to talk to you, hey, what are you looking for? Let me see if I have it. And, really looking out for his customer. One of these days I'm going to get up to a shop and check out the shop. And is, and I've said this a lot, one of my favorite silver to collect is the Canadian stuff. And he was the one that got me hooked on the half ounce silver Canadian coins, like the Devil's Brigade, or as they say, the ones for, they made a movie called Devil's Brigade, but it was the joint, what we would now know as Special Forces, Canadian and U.S. Special Forces during World War II. The precursor to the Green Berets, Special Forces, Recon Marines, your Navy SEALs, your PJs, those, as well as the half ounce. I believe they were from 2013. The Canadian half ounce with the bald eagle on the reverse. He got me hooked on those. So, that GSF. This was at its. Oh, let me see if I can spit this out. The Polish Catholic Cultural Center. It was a little dinky, like a place where you'd have a graduation party or a like wedding reception or a baby shower. So a little dinky place. But yeah, the one dealer I went to, yeah, it's I can't remember that. you know how we are in Michigan, GSF. We say, oh, we're going here, and we just drive there. You know, don't ask me what streets we're driving down. I just drive to get there. I know where it's at. You know, and make a right turn at the Circle K. Make a left turn at the 7-Eleven. You know, but yeah, no, GSF. No, we know very well about if you're talking about the yak. Yeah, we're very familiar with that. I joke around about my son leaving some blood on the ice there. And right, yeah, Silver Boy Blues. Yes, that's I've heard about that one. I've never made it to that show, but I hope to one of these days. Yeah, exactly, landmarks, not streets. And you know, we don't. If we give you directions, we don't tell you in miles. We tell you in minutes. You know, well, here, take M50. Get on M50. Go about 20 minutes. You should hit downtown Dundee, and then you go about another 15 minutes and you'll hit downtown Tecumseh. Yeah, that's how we do things here in Michigan. AFG, welcome. Let's see. We're still waiting for our co-host. I know she was taking care of some stuff, and you know, I'm very adamant, family first. The guy that heads up the wind on does it so he can fill up about 10. Okay, yeah. He drives me one. Oh yeah, I there were, you know, Silver Boy Blues. The last one I went to, there were several big white vans. You know, kind of creepy. Several big white vans in the parking lot. But yeah, you walk in there, and I mean, you've got your legit sellers that are there, you know, trying to help you find what you're looking for. But when you go down the aisles, and there's like 4 aisles that's nothing but kiddie pools full of graded stuff. And just for giggles, I was looking at one, and there was nothing in any of those pools that was under like $230 a piece. And you know, when you know, one coin for $230, that doesn't really fit the whole stacking on a budget thing. So, but yeah, they're and I want to say that he also is involved in the ones that take place up in Royal Oak. They're usually alternating weekends. You have Wyandotte one weekend, and then Royal Oak the next weekend, and then it's the same thing the next month. They go from one to the other, and I think they're both affiliated with each other. You know what, GSF? I've heard that. I've got to get up there and check those guys out. So, actually, I think I might have bought some. I think I might have bought something online from them. They've got like more than one location, don't they? Rudy's. Because I know I was filling a yeah, it was Silver Boy Blues. You know what? The Royal Oak one was even a bigger disappointment. I went up and checked that out right before Christmas, and I couldn't believe it. Oh, hold on here. Where'd she go? Okay, here we go. Add to stage. Dun, da, da, da.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
Well, everybody's here to see you. They're not here to see me.
Oh, I was in the basement forever.
I'm sorry. I was running my mouth. You just popped up on my thing and said yes. I'm sorry.
I can hear the echo.
All right. How's it going?
Oh, my goodness. I took my mom to do some errands, and I had actually left the groceries behind.
Oh, okay.
It was a huge mess. So I got all the way back, dropped her off, and then I realized I didn't have everything, so I had to go all the way back.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, I got them though, but not the way I want to spend my evening. Hi, Silver Boy Blues. Let's see.
Goat sniping farmer, why are you ducking for cover?
Let's go. Ghost. Where's he?
He says, "Oh no, I better duck and cover."
See, 3D Woodworks, FG, Ghost Sniping Farmer, My Silver Journey. Oh no, I better duck and cover.
Yeah.
Huh.
Why is he ducking?
I don't know.
Uh,
Open to interpretation. Mrs. and Mr. West Texas. Hi. Check. How you doing, Michi?
I'm doing great. Doing great. It was a long weekend, but we're good. I never ever thought I'd hear myself say, "Thank God it's Monday."
Really?
Yeah. Well, that funny schedule that we work. Being off on Monday. Today's my Saturday. So, but yeah, just the way things are in the world right now, and people acting the way they act, and working in a healthcare setting, this time of year. So, but no, I never, I always say TGIF, but I never thought I'd hear myself say, "Thank God it's Monday."
Well, starts a new week. So, okay, Mr. Eagle, I saw you in here. Hi. And what I miss? Check.
We just been talking about this and that. We were talking about the new coin show season starting here next month. So looks like a lot of the places around me took January off to, I don't know, hit the reset button or whatever. And we were talking about all the different shows coming up. And we were talking about the fun show for a minute, and that's on my bucket list. One of these years, I want to go down and check that out. But I was telling you, most of our shows around here are on the small side, except for like the one back in November up at Macomb. So, and even that one wasn't. That one, the gym was only about half full. So,
well, they're going to be renovating it soon.
Oh, nice. My son's tuition dollars at work.
Or so I've heard. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely changed since the last time I was on it, because I got lost there at that campus when I was up there in November, because it used to be a lot smaller.
Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker says, "Are coin shows really that fun?" Okay, what do you think, Michi? Do you have fun at coin shows?
I had fun at Macomb. We were just talking about it. The one in Wyandotte has continuously been a disappointment. I went up and checked out the one they do up in Royal Oak. Oh gosh, what was that, right before Christmas? And I wasn't too impressed with that one. But it depends. I think it depends on who's running it, where it's at. And I don't mean this the way it sounds, but I know the Royal Oak one was like a bunch of grumpy old men.
Grumpy old men.
Yeah. I don't put myself totally in that category yet, but no, it was more, the one in Royal Oak was more of a flea market than a coin show. And I don't know, maybe that just might be me holding high expectations, too high an expectation or whatever. But they put all the flyers out and really hype it, and there wasn't all that much to look at. I did pick up some cool Christmas stuff while I was there. And I mentioned earlier the one dealer that I met at the Wyandotte show. He was at the Royal Oak show too. And this guy is really good. His customer service, what he's got, what he's selling, all real great. And I found him and I go, "Oh, here's my buddy." And I bought what I wanted to buy from him and then went to lunch. Left and went to lunch on the way home. So, but
nice.
that Macomb one was pretty cool. But I think the next one that group's holding is going to be over near Grand Rapids, if I remember it. I gotta find the book with all the shows in it.
I think the last small show I went to was, I got there. I'm trying to remember what city it was in. Redford. sometimes I just don't pay attention. Redford, is that a thing? Is that a city?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Are there shows in Redford? I'm not sure.
Yeah, there is one. They actually, I think well, Silverboy Blues is just saying, yeah, they try Redford's monthly show, but they hold it in Livonia. I've actually got a flyer for that somewhere around here.
Well, I went to that one.
Okay.
I think like the second, third table in, I got free world currency.
Nice.
I know, I like that.
And free's always good.
What's up? I wasn't looking at the chat. Hi, Seven. So I definitely know it was not in Livonia, but I also found a piece for one of my. It's called the Widowmaker. That's what the nickname is for the weapon. But I found a part I needed, and I just ended up getting that. I didn't buy anything, so I don't usually go to those types of coin shows.
Yeah. Well, I know they've got one. Maybe was it Westland? Maybe.
No, I know West. I know that.
Oh, where'd you go? Okay. She disappeared. I didn't touch anything. Let me see. Okay. Where'd you go?
I don't know. My laptop is totally.
Okay. I was going to say, because my hand wasn't anywhere near any buttons.
Neither was mine. It was just like, it wanted to, I don't know. Maybe I should do a virus. Make sure it's protected. But, yeah.
Ghost Sniping Farm or Wasteland? Okay. GSF, I can tell you some stories about the city of Westland.
But that's so back to like, are they fun? It depends. Depends on one, if I'm looking for something in particular. Two, like most of the shops when I go to them, my regular people, I'll ask them if they're going. A lot of them don't. So I don't have to worry about their inventory disappearing. I mean, because they won't be there. So that's always a good thing.
Well, you know that Michigan ornament came from, I guess they only do like by appointment at their shop or whatever, but they were at the show at Macomb, and I was like, ooh, I guess one of their employees does those.
You got that at a coin show?
Yeah, I got that at Macomb.
No way.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I was looking, they had a flyer talking about, hey, here's our deals. This is what, and they mostly deal in paper currency, old paper currency. But
I like old currency.
Yeah. Oh, I do too.
My gosh, it's in the safe where I would take it out. I might have some sitting around somewhere. I was trying to organize the other day, and I was unsuccessful. Well, not old currency, but I have something to show. All right. Whatnot stuff. So, this is all the way back from last year. I dated it.
Oh, there you go.
That was when he was still on YouTube, actually.
Yeah, I got one from him not this past weekend before. Those are cool.
I stopped dating him. I can't keep track anymore. These are world currency, actually. But yeah, I think they're not as fun anymore, coin shows, because unless I'm looking for something specific, which a lot of things I just walk right by. Like if I'm not looking for, let's say, I don't know, I can rule out certain tables like just by one glance.
Right.
And
GSF, which Elks Club are you talking about?
That's funny you say Elks Club.
Uh-oh.
What did he say about Elks Club?
He said, I thought the Elks Club was going to be torn down. Is it still there? Oh, I don't know about Plymouth. I know the one they hold in Royal Oak is an Elks Club. Literally, quick getaway if you do something silly because it's on the 75 service drive. So
I have a nice little button here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I picked it up. It was at an estate sale.
Nice.
So I was thinking I could press it into sand and it would make a good little impression for like some kind of shield.
Yeah.
That was the reason why I picked it up.
That's cool.
And it's local. It's like within the state, so it's always like a thing. Hey, Cat Mom, how you doing?
Oh, Phoenix is here. All right, cool.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
I haven't forgot about you. It'll be.
Okay, let me see here.
I have to send him mail.
Okay, Gold Sniping Farmer. Here's another question for you. Okay, I work in the city of Wayne, so it had to either be Wayne, Inkster. Let me see. Let me go around. Am I getting warm?
What's the?
He said he grew up in a city that bordered wasteland.
Oh, is this a secret? I can put it in private chat if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
I'll make up something funky.
I'm just curious because we, where I work, we see the brightest and best of all those area communities.
He's a West Sider.
Well,
I can say that. If you're from Michigan, you know what that means.
Oh yeah. Well, I was born and raised a West Sider and had to.
You're a West Sider?
What's that?
You're a West Sider?
I was born and raised right off of Spring Wells and I-75, Southwest Detroit.
I was East Detroit.
Now known as East Point.
Yeah. But then it was, I was born in Detroit and then I'm an East Sider.
Yeah. I got drug over to the East Side when I got married, and it was kind of comical because my ex-wife refused to even look at anything on this side of town because everything's on the glide path for Metro Airport. So, and I can say it's not because the house doesn't even exist anymore. We rented a house in St. Clair Shores on Jefferson. It literally backed up to the lake. And the first weekend we were there, she gets home from work and I take her by the hand. We go out in the backyard and I point up in the sky and I see that plane coming toward us? And she's like, oh, yeah, it's okay. It gets a little closer. I said, what color is that plane? So, oh, it's green. It's okay. Now, as it's flying over us, I point up again and I say, see that thing sticking out of the back end of that plane? She goes, yes, that's a tanker. That's a military aircraft. If that goes down, you're worried about, she was worried about a plane crashing on the west side. I'd be more worried about one of those coming down because we were on the glide path for Selfridge.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I got drug over there for a few years and then ended up moving back over here for work. But, down here, I consider this west side because we're still west of Woodward. So,
well, yeah, that's what it's based off of to me is Woodward. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it always been.
That's what it always was when I was growing up. And then somebody tried to tell me that no, it's actually John R. And no,
they're lying.
It's Woodward.
It's Woodward. Oh my God, where are these people from?
I don't know. The kids nowadays.
Thank goodness. I'd laugh at that.
Well, and when I go to work every night, and I have to sit around and look and realize that 90% of the people around me are young enough to be my child. So,
oh, that doesn't make me feel any better.
Well, no, I had a conversation with somebody one night, and pretty much everybody knows I work at a hospital, and we were talking about the old days, and one of the nurses that was in the immediate area has been there forever. She's a contingent. She works contingent now. She's in her 70s. She just keep her foot in what's going on. She works a couple days a month, and we were talking about things that would come to our hospital and things that wouldn't. To keep guessing. No, I just throw a list out there, GSF, because at that whole side of town there has definitely changed, and not necessarily for the better. But the topic of Flight 255 came up, and them telling me that I was nuts, that they would have never brought anybody there. And anybody that remembers that, like one of the worst air tragedies in history. There was one survivor from that plane crash, a 4-year-old little girl, and they brought her to our hospital to stabilize her before they sent her to Ann Arbor. And they'd never do that. And I'm like, well, yeah, actually they did. And I had to play do the the old man knows routine.
The old man knows routine.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've heard that.
Oh yeah, that's one of our little jokes that these kids as I call them just don't get it sometimes.
Some people make me wonder sometimes.
Oh, I know, Joel. Believe me, I every day. That's I think I might sent you a screenshot of something I put out on Facebook about the some people nowadays.
Yeah, I think I laughed at it. Wait, I forgot about it.
Snotty noses and tummy aches are not ER worthy. Stay home.
Yeah, I laughed at that. That was funny.
and then it gets even worse because the fire department will come in and say, "Hey, we got another one," and it's my tummy hurts. Let me call 911 to go to the hospital. So.
Yeah, they can waste their money.
Oh yeah, because I think the average ambulance bill now is about $800 before they even touch you. So, but yeah, the coin shows I have to agree. It depends on what you're looking for, and who's running it, who's there. Because I like I said, that Royal Oak show, I walked in, bought a few things from the one cool guy at the show, and walked right back out the door. I don't even think I was there 20 minutes. So.
Really? Oh yeah. That's the one that you had previous already. You had plans also, right?
Yeah, I literally I bought some I bought a bunch of Christmas stuff. And everybody else, they just they didn't care if you were there or not. And,
I think that's the biggest pet peeve I have is people who want to socialize and block the best part of the tables, so you can't even look to see if they have what you want to know if you can carry on or not.
That's why I had this old guy that I was actually in the process of purchasing something, and I caught the guy's elbow in my back because I was blocking his view. It's like literally, give me 2 seconds, I'm out of here. But
yeah, I get this. So I get wanting to say hi to somebody, but they have so many second window, and then I'm gone, and I won't come back to those tables.
Or even I've had, because I stopped and talked to that particular person, and somebody came up and started looking, and just have the courtesy to move over to the side, say, "Hey man, you know what? I'll come back and talk to you later." Let them do their thing.
Yeah. I mean, some people are really good at multitasking and asking the person to scoot over. If the person's that is not running the table and there's just there shooting the shit,
right?
Can't pay attention to their surroundings to take 2 steps to the right or the left, then that's a problem for me.
Right. Well, you know what I mean? I'm always one of those ones. My head's on a swivel. I'm constantly looking around. So if somebody comes up, they even look like they might, it's like, all right, I'm out of here. I'll come back and talk to you later. Because of course, and then when you're buying or you're looking or want to ask questions, you don't want somebody on top of you breathing down your neck, And I mean that even goes to coin shop etiquette. Just don't be in everybody else's business.
I think I have more times where I've seen something I've liked and I wasn't sure if I wanted it.
Right.
And I didn't pick it up when I wish I kind of had. And I didn't, it was more like not the next day, maybe a few months later, I'll think back to whatever that piece was, and it was like, should I got that? But eventually, I can always probably find it again.
Oh yeah.
But I think I have more of those moments.
You're one of the masters of finding the cool stuff. So.
What was that?
I said you're one of the masters of finding the cool stuff. I have like that tube of Michigan quarters.
Oh my gosh, Missy. Cherish those, please.
Oh,
cherish those.
They're under lock and key. Now, I was going to make a comment last night, but I didn't want to ruffle anybody's feathers because, some people are sensitive about things. The piece you just picked up and moved, I was going to joke with you. I said, well, now I know where my first duty pew-pew went.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I would have slipped up and typed the G word and YouTube would have had a problem with it. So, like they do occasionally.
Oh, like the brand or the generalization?
I would have probably typed and said, oh look, now I know where my first duty GUN went, and because they don't like the G word.
Well, I can tell you this is the banner from Capital Currency, and he did get shut down for that. But I also was, I made the error, and I apologize for this. But I'm just gonna say it because I don't think anything's gonna happen to you. I'm a Glock girl, so I think the mix of me actually using that company's name with everything else didn't help either. So there's that. Like when there's always those triggers that they might look for. I don't know how YouTube operates. It's not my channel, but I don't really care when it comes to this stuff. I'll talk about it all day long if I want to. If they have a problem with it, then they can have a problem with it.
Chuck just said Tim Hortons just opened in Austin down the road from him. Very dangerous.
Yeah?
Competes with my stacking budget.
What? Who said that, Chuck? They've been closing over here.
Yeah, I think they're closing all of ours to open up ones down there. I've got a friend that probably lives in the same area that she was doing cartwheels because they were finally getting a Tim Hortons down there.
That's crazy. Huh? Yeah, so many things have been closing. It's scary.
Yeah. Well, we're losing 4 Macy's stores.
Oh yeah, like Lakeside's already shut down.
Yeah, and Oakland, they're shutting down Oakland. And then I think they said they're shutting down the one in Flint and the one in Traverse City. And then down the other way for me, they're closing the one in Toledo. So we're losing everything.
Yep.
But
I don't shop at those stores anyways. I hate the mall. I've never liked the mall.
Well, I was a typical, I can say this now because statute of limitation is up, and we're all much older and wise. See, guys, that's the bulldog I was talking about.
Wake up, guys!
Stack Attack was here earlier, and I made mention. I said, just remember when you get to your number, I'm in for 2. So,
did you email him?
Oh, I emailed him a while ago when he first started talking about it, but I'll email him again. But those are cool.
Yeah, he's a solid guy, and this is a great pour. Absolutely beautiful.
But going way back, when I first became a Cub Scout at 7 years old. Way back, back when we still traveled by horse and buggy.
It's funny. I almost picked up a vintage Cub Scout, 2 items that were vintage Cub Scouts, thinking, I wonder if anybody collects this stuff.
There are some. I know a lot of people collect like the council patches that that they wear on the one sleeve. I think somewhere in a box I probably still got one from way back when. But the only place you could get your uniforms and equipment and stuff was at Hudson's. And the only Hudson's in Detroit that had the scouting stuff was at Southland Mall in Taylor. So we used to go there for that. And then my mom used to take me down to Hudson's downtown to see Santa every year. But the only other time I would go to the mall, I'd either go to Southland or Fairland just to irritate people walking through the mall with my varsity jacket on, because nobody liked our high school.
Letterman. So. Yeah, I can't find my Letterman's jacket.
Yeah.
It's the strangest thing. I don't know. Like, it just doesn't just disappear. I don't know. Like, what happened to it? It's hilarious.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of the malls anymore. Anyway, they occasionally will go down, and I know this is going to sound silly. Franklin Park's got a cool food court, and they've got a really cool Bath and Body Works. So when my son comes down and wants to go, we go down to that one. So, but other than that, it's straight in, straight out.
Yeah, I don't even I just don't mess with them. That's what it comes down to. I've stayed away for a long time. Yeah. I never liked shopping.
No.
I mean, if anything, I'd prefer to go to a thrift store, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I used to. The part that used to drive me nuts about shopping was, you go back to school shopping and mom makes you try everything on. It's like, no.
You went back to school shopping?
Yeah, we had to go back. Well, I never stayed the same height for very long. So what fit me in June didn't fit me in September. So.
Hey, Stacker Man. Who else came in here? Somebody else.
Yeah, Stacker Man. I'm right there with you, buddy. I can't stand Meijer. I can't stand Walmart. They're necessity for some things, but
Yeah, like my Harry Tingler. That's the reason I go there. I stay away. I avoid them. I don't even go to Meijer.
Nah, I only go when I have to, but that's I go to Aldi.
Oh yeah, I took eventually I'll make the short with the footage I took. I took footage.
No, I mean, and obviously there's certain things, and I tell everybody there's certain things you don't buy at Aldi. You go to wherever and get the name brand, but I'm perfectly fine walking in with my own bags and putting my quarter in the shopping cart and going and getting what I got to get and getting out. So I think people can totally tell when you've never been to Aldi before. I was like, wait a minute here. Why? That's my total? Like, I didn't realize. Yeah. And then the people behind me were getting annoyed because they're like, it's kind of like if you go to Costco for the first time. Right. And you're not used to how the carts and everything operate. Right.
You just slow things down. I was like, you settle down, people. Go to different lines. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Let a girl pay.
I even stay away from Kroger. So.
Kroger.
Yeah. Yeah, they started it down here where they supposedly put these things on the carts to prevent cart theft. But it's all funny because the only time the brakes lock up on the carts is if you go through self-checkout.
Oh, okay.
Because, they have to come over and inspect your cart before they release the brakes.
Is that really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I usually take the hand basket.
I went in there one time. Last time I was in Kroger, I was buying a bunch of stuff. We were having a gathering and pop was on sale, so on a really silly cheap. I went down there, bought all. They watched me scan every thing of pop. Get to the door and go out the door, and the wheels locked up on the cart. They had some remote way of doing it, and okay. So I just haven't been back to Kroger since.
Well, I go to Costco more than anything.
Yeah.
And I just went to Randazzo's earlier. I got some grapes. I was actually going to use the shears, but I realized I was behind in time. I didn't realize you started because I wasn't paying attention to YouTube at the time.
Yeah.
But
Well, no, I told them, I told everybody that, you were taking care of some stuff and you'd be here when you got here. And
Hi, Robert. How are you? Good to see you.
Stacker man, I'm the same way. It's, everybody, I don't know how many people I've had asked me if I was going to the auto show this year. And I was like, why would I want to do that? Hey, you guys going to go down to the Thanksgiving parade this year? Why would I want to do that? No.
Well, why would you? I don't know. I've never actually been down there for that.
What, for the parade or the auto show?
I've never been to the parade. The auto show. It's funny. Somebody recently asked me if I went to the auto show. I'm like, I don't do that stuff anymore.
No.
Well,
it's crazy how much you got to pay to park, and then the price of admission. They'll look at a bunch of cars nobody can afford. So.
Well, it's just, and then you have all these kids. Before, we used to go the day before it opened to public, so it was nice and peaceful,
Right?
And it was enjoyable. And
right.
then,
well, yeah, and the Thanksgiving parade. I mean, once you've been there once, you've been there a million times, and I worked it several years, and so that kind of puts a nasty taste in your mouth because you want nothing to do with it. And then once my son got old enough where he's like, hey, Dad, I want to go to the parade. All right. And after a couple of years of doing that, he didn't want to do it anymore. So it's a lot nicer and a lot more comfortable just to watch it on TV.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I didn't do growing up that I would probably like to do as an adult.
Yeah.
I could do them if I wanted to. But since I haven't, it doesn't seem to be that important to me.
Well, let's say when I was growing up, we had things that we did every year because all the guys in my family were car guys, so we always went down to Autorama, and we were always out at Mile and Dragway during the summer, MIS during the summer. We just silly stuff like that. We always you knew summer vacation was over when the family jumped in the car and went to the state fair, the real state fair, not the thing they call the state fair now. But there's a lot of stuff. And I even tell my son all the time, I said, man, you just don't know what you're missing or what you missed. But even like the boat races on the river over by Belle Isle, they're not doing those anymore. But yeah, we had our stuff we did every year, but time to make new traditions that don't involve large crowds.
Well, it's nice you had traditions.
Yeah, we had a few. We always went to the Highland games because my mom's parents were both from Scotland, or came over from Scotland as kids. So we were always at the Highland games in Livonia. St. Andrew's Day downtown, the big, Scottish version of St. Patrick's Day.
My big thing was opening day.
Oh,
for Tigers, I used to go down there every season.
I worked a few of those too.
those are like my fun times. I guess that would be like one of the traditions I had. But I was older. I mean, I took myself pretty much.
We went. I'm trying to remember. First time I went as a fan was back in '96, and that was the year that they spent like the first week of the season arresting everybody because they were throwing stuff on the field and they were ticked off because the Tigers did not start off well at all. And it got kind of shady down there. And then a couple of years, my son was like, hey, Dad, can we go to opening day? All right. Got the tickets, went down there, actually had a blast. And but I think my favorite one with the Tigers was I worked the final game. And here I am standing out there trying to be professional, but all my childhood heroes are coming out of that center field tunnel to take their spot for the final time. And I'm like 5 feet away from guys like Lance Parrish and Darrell Evans, all the guys from the '84 team.
You get starstruck.
No, not really. I it was like exciting. But Yeah, and then like with the Red Wings, my son and my ex are still members, but and we were all members of the farm club.
Oh.
And they when they do the giveaways and that, I think I told you when they do the giveaways, they have the farm club come down and do it, and their payment is they get standing room for the games. But you're rubbing elbows with the guys. You might get doing the giveaway, and I'm going back to the Joe Louis days, where they had the west door and the east door downstairs where the season ticket holders could come in. We always seem to get stuck at the east door where the players used to come in, and it's you're talking to these guys like they're your long lost buddies, and like when Aaron Ward played for Detroit, I remember when he was a skinny little runny kid, and then he came back after the summer, built like a brick wall, and it's like, okay, what happened to you? But no, we used to have fun with that. So
it's like back when they had the New Year's Eve games and they used to make you dress in ball gowns and stuff.
Oh yeah, they're that. Mm-hmm. I always wondered about the guys would come in their tuxes and the ladies in their I say 4-inch heels. I don't know how tall heels are, and watching them try to walk down those stairs to their seats at Joe Louis. It's like, no, you guys are nuts.
Classic.
I'm perfectly fine here in my Reeboks, my jeans, and my Paul Coffey jersey. I'm good.
Trying to find your gravy train. I'm like looking for it. Oh my gosh. I didn't mail it. I didn't put it in the locker. I was thinking I'm gonna put it in the locker. I think that's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
With locker.
Well, just because do it on a day my son's working, and I'll send you a picture so you know what he looks like. Just go hand
Michi, you're missing the point. That's the whole point of me putting it in the locker.
Well, yeah, he's not going to rat you out.
Go with Saving Farmers one here. I mean, I could get some kid in the parking lot to be like, hey, look at this so and so. I'd be like, what? This is so dangerous. I've already made a mistake doing that. Go ahead.
My son understands why we're all talking hands videos. So he he's a subscriber, so he knows what's up. So he'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, oh, this is for my dad, right? All right, cool, see ya.
Yeah, well, it's not him. I don't care what he thinks. It's what I think.
Oh, well.
It's me.
Okay.
It's not anybody else.
Well,
I like my privacy.
I know, but he's very protective. So, but no, I understand.
That's the only reason I haven't dropped it off.
Yeah.
I was thinking I would be like 007. Put in the locker, hide the key. You can go find it. I'll give you a scavenger hunt.
Here's a little treasure map.
And I was like, wait a minute, they might already have like built-in keys or built-in comms. I don't know.
I didn't really look at them. I just happened to look over there and saw that they were still there because they're constantly moving stuff around in there, and I know there's a whole bunch of the old hockey dads that are disappointed when I tell them, I say, hey, our couches are gone.
Oh my gosh.
They used to have 4 of the most comfortable couches in that arena, in the common area there.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times the moms took pictures because one of my son's teammates, her dad was a firefighter, and I was still in law enforcement, and we had a lot of parents that were nurses, moms and dads that were nurses. Well, we'd have the kids that have an 8 a.m. game. Well, we all just got off work and we're going to watch our kids play, and the moms would come around and get pictures of all the parents knocked out on those couches. Because you sit down on them and it just, okay, we're done.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me when you said they were gone.
Yeah, well, I know when I first saw they were gone, they had still had the Christmas tree up, and then I was just there. I was there Wednesday, and the Christmas tree's gone, but the couches are still gone. I'm like, dang it.
I think the last time I was in there, I did open skate. So yeah, it wasn't recently. But,
well, if you've ever gone into the pro shop to get your skates sharpened, my son probably sharpened them for you. So.
How long has he been working there? Maybe I have met him and I just didn't know.
No, well, have you been there like in the last couple of years?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, you probably encountered him there in the pro shop. So.
Does he get to work out? Does he work out upstairs?
No.
No.
He's just finding his ice legs again because he took off freshman year of college to get used to college life, and he realized he shouldn't have done that. So, yeah, but it's now that he's old enough, he's playing beer league and he's happy again.
Beer league.
Well, it's kind of funny. It's kind of.
I got a lot of cans from them. They like to leave the cans. You know how much money I made off them?
Oh, I bet.
I picked them all up.
Well, that's like even my son's watching me collect the pull tabs, and he goes, "Dad, you know how many pull tabs we could get? When we go out to MIS in June, because all these people come in and they carry in their pop and their beer and whatever, and they just throw the cans wherever they land. Because we'll have to run and pull the pull tabs off all the cans before we leave." So.
Yeah, I have a thank you for saving him.
Oh yeah, no problem.
That's
I think it's cool, because here, one day it's a pull tab, and next time you see it, it's, let me do this real up and hold on. It's okay. It's not gonna let me do it. Oh well. All right. One day it's a pull tab, and the next day it's one of these. That's still one of my favorites. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
See, I think you were the only person that actually was like, I mean, watched it because, but I think I said it, but I know I put like type like font in there, so if you are listening, you wouldn't see it. But I said can tabs wanted. I think I said it verbally too.
Well, I actually I went on YouTube the other, or whenever it was, and every once in a while like videos from the past pop up, and the video of you doing your first aluminum pour popped up, and I was like, and I shared it in the community post. I'm like, this is why I'm always sending her pop tops or pop pull tabs or whatever you want to call them, can tabs.
Yeah, and pull tabs, it makes me think of like the old school. Well, yeah. I guess when you're opening a can of, let's say, vegetables or fruit, and they have the pull tab, you don't have to have like a can opener.
Right. Yep. Or I even go back to the day before they went to what we have now, where you pulled the tab and almost like peeled it open to drink your pop or your beer or whatever you were drinking.
Oh yeah, it's like when you do renovations and you find that in the walls.
Yeah, there you go.
Like the old school bottle, like the cans, the old school cans. Or if you tear up something like an old dick, like that, or a porch or something, they throw all that stuff, all the trash underneath the slab.
All the garbage that lands under the porch. Yeah.
Yeah. Osmium. Hey, yeah, 3D. Let's see. I'm just, So do you work tomorrow? You don't work today?
No, I'm off tonight, tomorrow night, and then we go back and we work a weird schedule, but it's kind of cool because we don't work more than 2.5 days in a row. So I'm there Wednesday night, Thursday night, and 6 hours on Friday, and then I'm off the weekend.
You're probably used to it.
Yeah, and it sounds weird, but like the nurses at work get it. I just say, we kind of work a modified nurse shift. we come in, we work our full days. We work 12 hours, and then like Wednesday will be 12, Thursday will be 12, Friday will be 6, and when it comes to payday, the way the schedule goes, we've got our 80 hours in for the 2 weeks. So,
Are you hearing lullabies now?
Hearing the who?
Are you hearing the? I call them lullabies. I don't know when babies are born.
You know what?
They start it.
They're overhauling all the whole system with us. I've heard it in the 4 years I've been there. I've heard it twice.
Well, I'm about to call them and give them a piece of my mind. I'm serious. When the first time you said that they weren't stopped playing them.
Well, I know during 2020 they weren't doing anything, and then when I came back from medical, I was out for almost 2 years with my neck injury, but I came back and I'm sitting in the cafeteria eating my lunch, and I heard the twinkle twinkle little star, and I'm like, what is that? And I said something because I'd never heard it before, and there was just a baby born up on tube. Really? Okay. And then I've only heard it a couple other times. So
spending so much time in the hospital with my father,
mm-hmm.
Those are like the moments that actually, it's like a moment of like.
Now I will say this: what I thought was really cool was, and I know it was a crappy time for the whole world, but I worked at another hospital. I think you and I have talked about this before. I worked at another hospital, and I was a contractor at the other hospital. But when the worst part of 2020 was going on, every time they were able to successfully release somebody that got it, and the numbers would start to go down, they would play over the PA system through the whole hospital, "Here Comes the Sun," which kind of boosted everybody's morale a little bit, because all you heard about was how many people were dying, and hey, we won this battle, this person's going home. And I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, they're doing a whole bunch since this quote unquote merger. I laugh at the word merger. They're changing and fixing a whole bunch of stuff and changing a whole bunch of stuff around. So we'll see what happens.
For the better, in your opinion?
In my position, yes. Some other things they're doing, not so much. But when you come into work one night and your boss is there, and usually when your boss calls you in the office, it's like getting called in the principal's office, and they call you in to tell you that you're getting an X amount of dollar raise, and it's like you've never in your life gotten a raise that big, because their mentality is to pay you based on your experience and time and like your background and all that. Everything comes together and they do it that way. But some of the other stuff they're doing is a little silly, a lot of repetitive stuff, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna give it a little more time and then given a real opinion on what I think of it. But they're trying to become the largest health system in Michigan, and I wish them luck, but it's not going to happen. So
I'm a Henry Ford person.
Okay.
I don't know why I went to that place. I will say that.
Well,
I know why I went there, because I know why I didn't have.
There's good and bad everywhere. There's good and bad everywhere. The only thing, and I just had this conversation with somebody yesterday, I adamantly despise for-profit healthcare. And I worked for our area, or our regional for-profit healthcare corporation after I retired, before they were for-profit. And the minute that company took over, the whole place went to crap. And a lot of good people lost their jobs. So, but no, it's going to come down to one day where it's going to be strictly Henry Ford, Michigan Medicine, and Cornwall Health. That's all you're going to see in Michigan. So
As long as Henry Ford's there. So
Henry Ford probably still has a whole room in one of their warehouses with my name on the door from all the times I was in the emergency room as a kid.
It's injuries or
yeah, because I was a very rambunctious kid growing up. Here, let's see what happens if I try to use a garbage bag like a parachute and jump off the roof of the garage. Or as we did as kids way back in the day, we used to imitate our favorite people on TV, and I thought it would be cute one day to we were in a classroom at school. I ducked from a flying matchbox car and smoked a corner of the desk. 5 stitches later. So yeah, that's
I never grew up going.
When I talk about all the stupid stuff I did as a kid coming back to haunt me in my 50s, that's why. But
that is, yeah, I never won. I was like, wait a minute. I think I had a broken arm or something.
Yeah. Well, and then I spent a lot of time down at Henry Ford my senior year of high school because I screwed up my knee because I played baseball in high school. I screwed up my knee. Well, actually, somebody screwed it up for me, and I actually spent the summer between junior and senior year in sports medicine, sitting next to Kirk Gibson, doing therapy on our knees. So,
Kirk Gibson.
Yeah, I know. He's a nice guy when you're not looking for an autograph or a selfie. So
I wasn't expecting you to throw that name out there.
Well, no, I won't throw the name of the store out there, but my ex-brother-in-law owned and you can't call it a convenience store or party store or a liquor store in the Grosse Pointes. It's a beverage company.
What?
And
beverage company?
It's a beverage company, because if you call it a liquor store or a party store or a convenience store, they're gonna say you're trying to associate the Grosse Pointes with Detroit.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, see now this, I'll take a step back here. You remember Farmer Jack?
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they had a Farmer Jack on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods. And it had the Farmer Jack logo. It had the whatever you want to call it, the cartoon Farmer Jack stuck to the wall, but it was not called Farmer Jack. It was called the Food Emporium, because you can't. Farmer Jack is a Detroit thing.
Is it? I wasn't aware.
Yeah, well, that was their mentality. But anyway, my ex-brother-in-law owned this store. And Gibby used to come in every Sunday morning, pick up a Grosse Pointe News, and I don't know. He used to like his wine. And I was in there helping out one Sunday morning, and he came in, and I walked over, rang him up. Sir, anything else I can get for you? But acted like I didn't know who he was, and he thought that was the greatest thing in the world. He was so cool. And then I ran into him down at Comerica Park opening day one year. He goes, "Hey, what's up, man?" As he's telling everybody else his colorful way of telling them get away from me. So, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I got this. Well, it's fascinating. Beverage company.
Yeah. Yes, it's a beverage company. But then also you were talking about being starstruck earlier. That was where a lot of our Red Wings used to go and get their stuff for their parties. Like they're like end of season parties they'd have at their houses or whatever, because most of them lived in the Grosse Pointes. And they actually had me come in and make a delivery to Eiserman's Christmas party one year, because he couldn't trust the guy that worked for him to do it without doing the whole babble slobber, as he used to call it. And so I still remember Steve Eiserman's address when he lived in Grosse Pointe. But no, we used to. Yeah, Eiserman was always real cool. Gibby was cool to me. I know he can be a real jerk to others, but he was always pretty cool with me. My son was a lot younger than he is now when we ran into him at the ballpark, and gave my son a high five and how you doing, kid? And I also rode my bike off the roof. Okay.
Yeah, I don't usually get
he's 210.
starstruck. People are people.
Prepped against the fence, missed the ramp, totally knocked out 310. Well, 210, I got one. Yeah, I did that, but I tried to ride down my front steps on my bike, and that didn't bode well either. Because I saw Punch do it on chips, so I figured I could do it on my BMX, and it didn't work too well.
I found this at a coin show.
Oh, cool.
Yep. It was first Silver Dragons one I've seen in a while.
One of few.
Well, I have I wish it was a different one because I already have these ones. I would trade it for a Yankee one.
Yeah, I saw that last night. It's like Yankees got to step up his game and do some silver. Actually, I think did he say he's doing something with Tim?
Yeah, they're doing a collaboration with Evilian.
Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely in for one of those. So
yeah, with the gold thing. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It took me. I heard him talk about it in the stream, so it wasn't like completely a shocker. But yeah, I would totally do a trade for. I don't know who out there has a Yankee core here, but
I think the only one I've actually seen was the one that My Silver Journey showed last night
from Spokane.
That's not his. That was Spokes. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw because I was getting distracted last night, so I turned around and it was on there. I was like, oh, he's got one of those.
Yeah, and Silver Dragons always keeps 47s, so
yeah,
he has all his 47s. See, I'm willing to trade somebody.
Holy cow! Yeah, you got a couple.
Oh yeah. I can just I'm sure there's more. Autograph as a kid at the Wings. Wait, I missed. I feel like that's Gibbs.
GSF got Gibby's autograph as a kid at a Wings game.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean,
Gibby's his own. How can I put this nicely? Unique personality. Now, his brother-in-law, on the other hand, is like one of the coolest guys in the world, Dave Rosema.
Ouch. And your collarbone? Was this when? Wait, I'm guessing you're older. Because what's that Bellows? Wasn't Silver Dragons once? No, yes, he was.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a cracked mold from when he had to break it.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, that might have been, I think, didn't T just do an interview with him not that long ago? I think I
need to catch up on some videos.
Yeah, I know he did an interview with somebody. I can't remember if it was Silver Dragons or if it was Yankee, but I know it was somebody did, and they showed like the beginning of Silver Dragons' very first video, and he was still Silver Baggins.
Oh yeah, you know what? Those pores are in my other safe, which is not in this area.
Yeah,
but
those
or I would
cool.
get them. But I would like a Yankee one. I don't know what I can bribe them with. I don't. I mean, the only person I know that has one is Spoke. I haven't sought after one. Yeah. I haven't even seen one up close. So. But
yeah, that one that he showed last night was pretty cool. So.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh. I never I just feel like I have a clown car here. What's going on?
they just keep, they just keep coming and coming and coming and
It's a
coming.
one. That's a one.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I need a tube for those.
Dad, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's cool.
I guess
just
I
a
didn't
couple.
realize what I had.
Just a couple.
Yeah. Good old days.
Yeah.
That was before I had a channel. Like before I had an active channel.
Yeah.
I miss those streams. And if you weren't familiar with them, they were good times.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the extent of what I'm going to share of my Silver Dragon stuff. I
Has he even? I don't think he hasn't done any pours in a while, has he?
Wait, I'll share one more because he stopped at. Well, he has a website, so
yeah, it's
that.
I kept going back. Look, every once in a while I'll pop in there and look at the website, and there's, I haven't seen anything in a while.
And yeah, he stopped at the 100th auction.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, not to be greedy or anything. I wanted all of them, but I didn't.
GSF's calling you a hoarder.
Of what? Of silver? Look at those. Like I wanted them all. I can say this. I backed off because I didn't think it was right that I take them all. I thought somebody else might. I was just thinking, sharing. But
New clip for Tuli, hoarder videos.
Wait a minute here.
GSF's giving you a hard time.
You feel free to organize my safes. I don't want to. If you look at my safes, you'd be like, "What the hell is this shit?" The only thing that's semi-organized is the one for the 2A. That one's organized. I like that one.
Oh yeah.
That one's just like comfort, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
New clip for. Okay, make sure they're good. The good stuff. Like you got to open the safe and have like, silver falling out of it, or like rounds falling out of it. Like not silver rounds, but
yeah.
Like for instance, freedom seeds. I'll just say that those kind. Or I don't want to come out to be somebody who doesn't practice firearm safety, but firearms fall out. No. Negative Ghost Rider. I haven't seen the movie, but I know the quote.
Yeah, wait. You haven't seen Top Gun?
No. No. I haven't seen either of them.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to find a way to get you to binge watch some movies.
If I do, it's on my phone.
Yeah.
I'll fall asleep.
When we went to we went to see the one that came out a couple of years ago. The theater down here by me actually started showing it earlier. It wasn't supposed to. First show was supposed to be at 12:01 a.m. and they ended up like 10:30. So my son and I are at the theater, and it was literally the two of us and this. I call poster boy for what Grandpa should look like. And he's got his U.S. Navy veteran hat on, and he's sitting there ready for the movie to start. And my son's sitting there as the opening music and all the hoop-de-doo starts. He's looking at us, wow, look at you two geeking out. And I just looked at him, I said, if you would have been around to be in the theater to see the original one when it first came out, you'd understand. So, But no, that's one of the ones. And then he kind of cracked up because we're big into the the auto racing and that. And I mentioned to him because one of his other favorite movies is Days of Thunder. And I brought it up to him. I said, you know what? I said, watch the original Top Gun, then watch Days of Thunder and tell me what's wrong with that. And he caught it right away. Days of Thunder and Top Gun are the same.
Wait a minute. Are you gonna? Is this a spoiler?
No.
Okay.
No, Days of Thunder and Top Gun are essentially the same movie. The only difference is one's with fighter jets and the other one's with race cars. It's the same storyline. So
it's funny because I like the song, but they show clips of the movie, the newer one. But I've never seen the newer one. But I don't know who sings that.
No. I'm not giving away the new one. The new one. It was. Yeah, I'll just put it this way: if you ever decide you're going to see the newer one, you got to see the first one first, because there's a lot of the storyline in the second one is like all these years later from the original, and there's some little tearjerker parts and some silly parts, and you hear some references from the original movie in the new one, and. But no, I don't know. I'm kind of weird that way. It's Top Gun's one of my favorites, and I didn't walk. I ran to the theater. So
wow,
Gold Sniping Farmer. Yeah,
yeah.
I've watched it on ESPN. Excellent coverage. Yeah. It's a Days of Thunder reference.
Yeah. Well, so what's better? What should I watch?
All of them.
Top Gun or Days of Thunder?
All of them.
You know how to do a pull?
I have no idea how to do a poll.
Let's practice. Are you on your phone or your laptop?
I'm on my phone.
All right. So let's see if you can do it from your phone. You know where you would typically chat?
Okay.
Are you on StreamYard?
Yeah, I'm on StreamYard. Yep.
I think you have to be in YouTube. Do you have a YouTube open, or you only go off the?
No, I'm just going straight off of StreamYard.
All right. We'll do a different day. Okay. Wait, Days of Thunder and Top Gun. Do you want me to open a trust tea bag? Want me to open my first trust tea bag?
I'm still waiting for you to open that trust tea box.
The two.
You're not going to.
The two chests. Yeah,
Yeah.
I put them in the closet. They didn't even make their way in the safe.
20 years from now, you'll be in your closet for something. Oh, hey, I forgot about this.
Well, silver was so much lower when I bought those too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't remember what I paid for them. I know it was on the heavier side. No more than 200. I don't know because, it can't be more than 200. And they were the very first two.
Right.
The chests. I wanted the chest.
Yes.
And then I couldn't let the other chest be separated from the first chest, Right. All right. Let's open my first trustee on Michi's channel here. All right.
Those bags are cool too. I've got one of those. I can't make up my mind what I'm going to put in it.
Your tea pours.
I've only got one.
What? What one? The gummies?
I know, I'm slacking.
I love my tea stuff. They're so awesome.
I have one of the bears. They are definitely cool. Definitely. I love that bear.
Don't judge me when I show you this. Not my silver. Gold Sniping Farmer, don't judge me. Or do, I don't care. Is this the kind of hoarder picture you want to see?
Oh my goodness. You got a couple of bags.
I asked him for a few extras. And because I only have so many Crown Royal bags and they're all the same color, so it's really difficult to see, to tell whose pores are in which bag.
Right.
And yeah, I like these canvas bags here. So let's open this. All right, so he made his. One day I'm actually gonna use one of his golf tees here. should I just empty it, or what do you guys want me to do? Pull it out one by one, or like just toss it on the table?
3D Woodwork said this is turning out to be epic.
my opening trustee. Somebody call Rick. Where's Cutie Pie? Oh my gosh, I don't know how to contact. Wait, email. Where's my phone? Slow sniping farmer. Can you? Can you do me a favor and call it? Or if you're recording from your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gives me a hassle because I don't hear it if you're calling it. Famous Mrs. C thank you card.
Uh-huh. I got a couple of those. I don't know. I consider I've got a collection of them.
Oh, I have binders. Dedicated to tea. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Don't hang up. I'll be right back. All right. I'm here. Thank you. I would have never found that.
Nice.
I'm going to end it. I'm not being rude. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, this is like, I'm going to end it. Jessa, thank you. All right. So my life story about losing my phone. I tell you. This is the only reason I have an iWatch or Apple Watch. I can't even say it right. All right. Rick. Wait. Why does that not want to? What's his email? I don't know. I'll have to go through whatnot. And I don't even know if we'll see it. But he can't say I didn't tell him. I'm opening a trustee bag right now. Michi Stacker's channel. All right. I can tell you it does not say tea bag. Well, it does, but it's oh my goodness. All right.
Okay. He just said you're like Cash Money. You got too many numbers. I called them all.
All right. So, thank you. I appreciate it. They all sound the same. And I really thought it was in this area I was in. I don't know. I think a bag in a bag. I think I'm going to hold off on that one.
Oh.
My first opening of trustee. This is, I think, the third one. All right. Well, I already like it.
Oh, yeah.
Is that? I don't know what that stands for. But you're like, wait, how many numbers does Cash Money have? Maybe I overlooked the larger picture here. We have a bezel item. This is... I have to replace my loop. I'm thinking this is not... let me get a magnet. Oopsie. Unless it's stainless. I don't know. Maybe it is silver. At first glance, I wouldn't think it was.
GSF said he's got at least 4.
For what?
Phone numbers.
Oh, wow. Different phones? At least mine are on the same phone, darn it. Well, the only bad thing about that is I can't call myself. So we have an AMAR. Nice. Nice. I see Kappa. Get him a chopper.
Okay, at least I know now I'm not the only one that does that.
Oh, I don't have this.
Oh,
2000.
nice.
A horizontal press wire. They're always vertical. All the ones I have. 5-ounce copper. I'm not melting this one.
That almost looks like the ones that Bullion Brothers, or not Bullion Brothers, Hero Bullion did.
I've never even seen him auction these off.
Huh.
That's funny. I like it. All right. You're not subscribed to you. Do it. All right. And I got some Constitutional.
Nice.
More Constitutional.
Constitutional's always good.
Yeah. Fill up the tube. I see a poker chip in here. Oh. I have never seen this one before, but I would explain it because I never opened the tea bag. Twice. There we go. I think that's focus. Yes, different phones. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna ask. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I know why I would, if I do it, but oh, we have Silver Dave, local
Nice.
Silvermint, round. And I see a bar in here. Oh, there's something else in here. No way! Look at that!
Nice.
Unbelievable! How cool!
That is cool.
I'm taking this out of the bag. All right.
See, so, some of us do pay attention.
To what?
We know you like certain things. We come across them. We make sure they get to you.
He's like lifting up her shirt. I think it's funny. It's nothing to laugh at, but it's funny. All right. This is right up Cranky's alley. This is the IG piece. This is like one of those things you have to have IG to get.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't buy things off Instagram. I just maybe put a post once in a while. All right. So this is cool. I really like this. Wow. Sweet. I don't know where to put it. Where there won't be like a crazy reflection. And there's something else in here. Another bar.
Nice.
You're ice skating. We were just talking about ice skating. I was just talking about open skate. At least. I like the back of this one.
Oh, yeah.
I like this because it's not like a Christmas round, but you can tell it is the season.
Christmassy.
Yeah, look at that. It looks like Farmer's little thumbnails he makes with the
Actually,
farmhouse.
it does. He went out and poured a skating pond outside the barn.
There was somebody in one of my parents' subdivisions, and they have a full blown basketball court, and then in the winter they turn it into a ice rink.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Well, I know over in my old neighborhood, they one of the parks over there, they turn the tennis courts into a hockey rink, and the kids that play hockey over there, it's all paid for by donations, but the kids go out there and play hockey. It's a full-size ice rink, where they literally every game they play is like a winter classic. So.
That's one of the games I've never been to.
I never have either because I didn't have the money or the time to take off from work when the Wings play and Toronto played at U of M. But I have been to Winterfest for the Walleye down in Toledo. Cool. Just we had a blast. So.
It's an angel.
Oh, how cool!
It was tucked in the. Thank you. The famous T. Thank you. I when T does it, I always say Mrs. T was on strike that day. That's my little joke. But that's cool. I don't know what's on the back. That's sweet. All right. Well, so just so you know. What's this? A charm? San Francisco. I've never been to San Francisco. I can say I have a distant relative who helped build the bridge. I forgot. What's the name of that bridge?
The Golden Gate?
Yes, that bridge. I've never been here. I don't know. I'd rather go somewhere else in California than San Francisco, to be honest with you.
I've only got 2 places in California that I want to go, and it's like I can fly and do both and be out gone in the same day.
What? Oh my goodness! Oh my! This is all right. He knocked it out of the park. What do you mean, Ghost Navy Farmer? I've never gave permission for that rendition on my property. Oh, what do you mean? I mean, I can't help they made a bar after it. You should be honored. That's the honor.
Well, gotta call that the GSF bar.
Yeah, well, you just gotta take those little kids away. Or not. Are those your little helpers? Are those the people you hired to package your wallets? I'm being sued.
I'm suing.
You're giving. They look like they're having so much fun though. You're like, go on, kids. Take a break. Take 5. Here's some ice cubes. Don't fall in. Hopefully it's
He hasn't gotten back from up north yet. That's what it is. So they're out there having fun. The cats away, the mice will play.
I should stamp GSF on there. It's kind of raised. I don't know if I'd be able to sandcast that, make a duplicate. I can't really give you a trusty item. So it's gotta stay with me. But yeah, sue me. I'll fight. I'm a fighter. All right, I'm gonna save the best. I can't say the best for last because I don't know. I can't top the portrait of GSF's factory. Yes, Tuli pays the. Yeah. You know what? If somebody didn't pay him, then that would be the real problem here. I don't know MSG. Southeast Decker. What's up? Well, this is cool. Looks like a little mini Britannia.
Oh yeah, it is neat.
But it's just around. I found the image of Athena, which is the image on my logo. Mm-hmm. It's a gram bar. So it's on YouTube. They want $12 for a gram. They only have 4. I thought about just taking the plunge because I don't think I'll ever find them again. All right. GSF. This is the one with the .com on it. But it's fractional. I've never seen a fractional one before.
Oh, wow.
I love it.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. They did knock it out of the park here. Wow. Thank you. See? Okay. Wow. That's one. What do we have here? 2. GSF portrait of his property. Great. And then $1.50. So that's 4 ounces. Wow, that's insane. 4 ounces.
He takes good care of us.
Yeah, he's very thoughtful.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love it because he's like, I got something weird, and then he pulls out a ring. I'm like, wait a minute, this is not odd. This is not weird.
I heard him a few times where he says, "Hey, I got something weird. Where's Tuli?"
Because I like the weird shit. I love the weird stuff. I'm trying to think, like, to me, if he put this out, not like this. Wait, what happened to my?
I don't know. I'm
picture?
looking at your logo.
No, hold on a second. The cord just came out. So I'm trying to think of one of the last weird pieces I got from him. Well, I could probably find, because there's a lot of packages from him I haven't really opened, which I need to open so I can thank him. But
yeah, but how many hours do you have in a day?
So do you open his packages?
Well, you're constantly going. You're constantly doing. It's like, hey, and we're always sending you stuff. So I know you probably got a big old stack of mail to open. So
Cranky made a funny imitation of my mail. I have a container dedicated to tea. But I'm not going to open it all. I'm just going to stick with the trustee for now because that can get really complicated really fast. Because I already have this one, and they kind of all look very similar. So, and yeah, but I'm guessing a T-Bear came in this, or they just gifted me. But there's a number on it, so there must have been a T-Bear with these.
Best gummy bears in the world right there.
I made a song up. Wait, no, I didn't make the song. No, it was the Hot Tamale song. I made a Hot Tamale song. Back in the day, he used to do Hot Tamales. I made a song. And I used to sing it when I did unboxings for him. That's cool. Thank you, T. If you ever come back and watch this. Or Ricky, Cutie, Rick the Tick, you missed it. Can't say I didn't tell you. I don't know who's all here. Good to see Southeast Hacker.
I know MSJ was here for a while. And God, GSF's been here since, I think he was the first comment when I started. So actually he beat me here. So
here you go.
So let's see. I know here I'm just scrolling back because I saw earlier. Bottom Gun Bob asked if you got your package.
Robert?
Yeah.
I missed Robert's question. No. I haven't been to the post office.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he said, Tuli, did you get my package? So
I will. I want to say I'll go tomorrow and check. It might be after they close or before they open. But if they put a slip in my box, then I won't be able to get that anyways. But, it's hit or miss. Sometimes they put the package and then they still put a slip. Sometimes they forget to put the slip and they say, oh, you have a package. And it's never consistent. But I always I believe I always end up getting everything. It's just a matter of time. It's when it feels right for them. But I like my post office people, so I have nothing bad to say about it. I'll check tomorrow. I'll let you know, Robert. Thank you. Oh, yeah, because that's, I now see why you asked, because I don't know. Is this, I don't know. I don't know if I can share. There will probably be a slip. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Then I will wait to go. I won't go in the morning before they open. I'll make sure I get there when they open. I'm sure I have mail there.
Gonna wait till the train gets through.
Oh, every time. Oh, the best part is when it parks. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I know not to. I know when not to go to the post office.
Right.
Or even though I still sometimes end up going when they get out, but
yeah, between the railroad and shift change, yeah.
it's like if you think about back in high school, if you ever drove to high school, everybody getting out like leaving the parking lot at the same time, but 10 times worse.
Yeah, oh yeah. And everybody's in a grumpy mood, so that doesn't help matter.
Oh, they're like, yeah, people think New Yorkers drive crazy. I think some Michigander people. I'm a bad driver. I like to think I'm a really good bad driver, but I am very aggressive when it comes to driving. I'm not one of these. My mom is complete opposite. She's like, you drive just like your dad. I'm like, who do you think taught me how to drive? He literally, I get scared when I drive with my dad. To the point where I can't look out the window. I will have to look at my phone. So, yeah. I'm like, I can see why I might scare her. I commentate when I drive though, so she knows what's happening.
Yeah, my son won't ride in the car with me when I drive. He says I still pursuit drive. So anytime he comes down here, anytime he comes down here for anything, he's like, "No, Dad, I'll drive. My car, I'll drive. We're good. Let's go." He's especially if we're leaving Mud Hens games or Walleye games. He's like, "No, Dad." He goes, "You pedal drive. I can't deal with that."
Pedal drive.
It's the way they taught us how to drive back when we still had rear wheel drive patrol cars, and you pretty much you're doing the grandma thing with a foot on the gas and a foot on the brake, and you're like pedaling, and it's like pedaling a bike. And yeah, he goes, "No, Dad, you can't do that anymore. I'll drive." So,
do you still drive like that?
I can't. Well, if I'm in a situation like, and it'd be the same thing like leaving a Wings game or a Tiger game or a Lions game downtown, where you're constantly stop and go. And yeah, I don't normally, I don't, but down there it's just all right. This person's gonna wait till you're predicting what's gonna happen in front of you, and he goes, "No, Dad, you make me nervous. I'll drive." So, and he's actually got Dad's left foot, but Dad helped him get out of that trouble. So.
Robert says, I have a permanent driving instructor with me, my wife. I don't know. Is that a good thing, Robert? Once upon a time, I printed out it was just like a BS backseat driver license. So for somebody who was like, stop backseat driving, you toss it at them. You're like, oh, that's okay. I have a license.
When I got my permit, my mom made me drive from the Secretary of State's office to wherever the heck it was we were headed, and she's just beating on the dashboard. Just, "Dang, you're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong." I finally pulled over to the curb, put it in park, shut it off, handed her the keys. I got out and started walking. She never did that to me again.
Wait a minute. You left. Were you driving or were you passing?
I was driving, and okay. I just took. I've got my permit. This, that. They say that I have to so many hours to drive before I can get my driver's license. Again, this was way back when. And we had a Secretary of State office in the old neighborhood, and we were going out to Lincoln Park, and we were driving out 4th Street. And as we're crossing from Detroit into Lincoln Park, she said, "You did this wrong. You did that." I'm just beating on the dashboard, freaking out. And I did. I pulled over to the curb, put it in park, shut it off, handed her the keys, got out, and started walking. So, needless to say, I was kind of a freaky driver from the very beginning. So,
did you get back in the car? Or do you
Yeah,
all
eventually.
the way?
When
Okay.
she realized it's like, okay, maybe I need to, this is a learning process. Maybe I shouldn't, be screaming at him while he's trying to drive. And no, but she got the point. She never did it again. And then like I said, I inherited her lead foot. My son inherited my lead foot. And he found out real quick that it's not cheap to it's not cheap to speed through certain communities in northern Macomb County. So
I got pulled over. Or I don't like getting pulled over, but I get pulled over.
Yeah. He got pulled over up in cider mill country, and it was kind of comical because he's like, Dad, he was freaking out because he called me. It's his mom's car that he was driving, but he called me before he called her. What do I do? Well, you need to tell your mom. Well, I went to court with him, and ends up I knew the officer that wrote him the ticket, and they ended up talking it down to impeding traffic, but he still had to pay $150.
I don't have any. I have a clean record. I have to keep my record clean, but so I pay an attorney. There's only one time I took the guy's word he wouldn't show up, and thank goodness he kept it because that was Royal Oak.
Oh yeah,
when you exit 75, there's no right turn on red. Well, I made a right turn on red, and one of those.
And he was sitting right there to get you.
Oh yeah, I was like, well, better before than after.
Well, I still laugh because everybody still acts like they don't know about, and I'm sure you probably heard about the Gardner White cop on Telegraph and Taylor.
I don't go out that way very often.
Well, this guy makes the news constantly because of the number of tickets he writes every year. But they call him the Gardner White cop because he sits in the parking lot of Gardner White Furniture at Telegraph and I-94. And while he's nailing people there's another one up on 94 in that like half-mile stretch of 94 that's in Taylor. And they said, what was it, between the two of them? Between the two of them, they wrote almost 20,000 of the 38,000 tickets that were written in Taylor last year. And those guys, I think they live on their court time, their court overtime. So, but no, he got caught in Armada. He didn't realize the speed dropped and the officer was right there. So and it was just, it's like, okay, yeah, you were kind of cooking when you came through town. So we're not going to let you off all the way, but he's no points. It's not on his record. He paid the fine and I told him, you stay out of Armada and keep your nose clean. So don't.
I don't even have to be driving to get pulled over.
Yeah.
Last time, I think it was, let's see, it was maybe a few weeks ago. Now I'm in a gray zone, really bad gray zone. So, or dead zone. So I decided to, not thinking I should have went the opposite direction to get better service, but I decided to go down a few blocks down, and then I never turned my car off. I was just modding for whatnot for tea. Yep. And next thing I know, there's this bright ass light shining right in my eye. I was like, seriously, there goes, like, I don't get headaches very often.
No,
at all. But that is like, wow, like I couldn't shake it.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm not ready for this. I'm like, I put my hand up, not just to block the light. But yeah, she's like, okay, I'm like, I must be like the worst person who's like, eyeing a neighborhood if I'm sitting here with my car on and the lights on and, right. Being all.
You're not exactly hiding your presence.
No, not at all. I mean, yeah. But
I know there's some of them up your way that go a little too far with that. Yeah.
She was cool.
Okay.
No, she was cool. I mean, I didn't have any, I don't know. Later, check 3D. Thanks for still being here. Lincoln Park says Robert. My grandmother lived in
Grandmother lived in Lincoln Park. Yep.
You have a lot of family here, Robert. I remember the first card you wrote me.
Yep, that was, Lincoln Park was one of the places we used to go for everything when I was a kid. So, and you know, when I was in high school, our senior class, we had like the job market because you know almost everybody works in fast food at one point or another in high school, and we had the Taco Bell in Lincoln Park and the McDonald's in Melvindale on lockdown. It was all people from my high school that worked there. So. Lincoln Park was a nice community. It still is a nice community. It's got its bad spots, just like everybody else. But GSF that you know of.
What do you say? I love it.
He says, "Love it up north. Almost no police."
Yeah, probably.
So you got to remember something though, because I think you're up near Traverse City, right? GSF. Or somewhere close to Traverse City? Because I know for as far back as I can remember, Grand Traverse County, their sheriffs, those are some of the most sneaky people in uniform I've ever seen. I know the local government, so I know. Okay, that works. Always pays to know people.
Oh, yeah.
Especially up there.
Well, the only time I would probably go up there is if I were to hunt, but I was never allowed to go to deer camp. So, yeah, I'm so bitter about that.
And hey, there are some very nice golf courses up there too.
Well, yeah, but that's off season.
Well, yeah, you got a reason to go up when the weather gets nice.
And then I'll get thrown in with some random people.
I'm not even a golfer, but I used to get jealous because my ex-wife's aunt and uncle lived. Well, she still does. He's passed away since, but lived in Empire over between between Lake Michigan and Traverse City there, and Jim used to have standing tee times 3 times a week at I think it's still called the Bear. It's like one of the really big courses up there, one of the big fancy PGA courses that they built up there. And yeah, I was jealous. I was like, man, I just want to go watch.
Really?
Yeah, but they have really nice courses up there. So
I just looked it up.
Yeah.
4.4 stars. Wait, let's see. Where is this? Grand Traverse. You know, I see. Okay. That's the thing. If I were to travel there to golf, I would be risking getting paired with somebody. I mean, sometimes you get really lucky and you get paired with some nice people.
Yeah.
And then other times it's the opposite.
Well, I know. Well, at least in Jim's case, it was a lot of retired people. You know, just they got nothing to do today. We're gonna go golf, and
The funny thing is, like, one time my dad was he'll just go. He won't make a tee time. He'll just squeeze in, and he got paired with this couple, and it just so had a small world, but his cardiologist and I don't know, kind of became friends over the years, but like he got paired with his cardiologist friend who is a doctor or whatever, and his wife. And then I don't know how it got brought up that they both knew they were connected by the same person. And then they took a picture and they made a big deal about it. It was like, one of those moments that was like, that's cool.
Well, it's like, you go up north, you inevitably, I know in my case, we're always running into people from down here. We had how can I put this? We had a kind of nasty vehicle accident on the way up to Snowmobile one year, and everybody got taken to the hospital. Most of it was just precautionary, whatever. And my buddy's uncle is laying there on the gurney in the ER, and this nurse comes in to do whatever she was doing. And she looks at him and she says, you know, your name and face look really familiar. Come to find out, this nurse and my buddy's uncle went to high school together. And here we are, 300 some odd miles from home, and they're, you know, like a mini high school reunion. So
To golf or to date?
huh?
That's my question.
Oh.
I
I'm sorry, I'm a little slow. I just looked and I'm like, and I saw what he put, and I'm like, oh.
Let's get let's zone in here. Let's crack this down a little bit more. Oh, all right. Okay. Where? Right now, I just stick with Selfridge. There's a few golf courses I really like. Selfridge is cool, but
yeah, I didn't know they opened that back up because I know it was closed for a while.
Well, I'm not sure when they opened it, but it must have been quite a few years ago.
You gotta remember, I'm old, so.
It's.
Let me rephrase that. Last time I was there for an air show, they had something going on and it was closed. So that was what 2017 or something like that. I don't know. They may have just had it closed because of the air show.
I should have known your mind
Would
would go there. I'm guessing that's what you. Well, what do you want me to say? It was a legit question. Guys are shy. Sorry to say this, guys are shy.
Yeah.
Maybe
I gotta agree with you on that one. Guys are very shy.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for everybody. I'm not a guy, but what I'm trying to say is I don't even want to say it. I think the last 3 people I dated, I'm the one who asked them. Let me just say that.
Well, okay, GSF. Let me back up and rephrase what I said. I sit back, look at my son, who, you know, got his heart broken a couple times, and he's more shy of the fact that he doesn't want to deal with that again. But yes, guys are shy. You know, there are guys that are very fearful of rejection. You know, if the answer is no.
See, that's the part I don't understand. Like that has nothing to do with them, though. Like, why would that change anything?
You haven't met a sailor. Oh, hey, I got a lot of sailors in my family. I'm old and I don't give up. Yep. Okay. There's GSF. I'm old and don't give up.
Okay. Well, there's a difference. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe they're we're crossing. I'm talking about when it comes to women. So.
Yeah.
I mean.
No, it's just I know there's guys that are, you know, they you know, things have happened and they're just, you know, they're afraid of what's going to come if they try to. But you know what? There are a lot of guys are shy. So
yeah, I've noticed.
Sure stands here.
But I just don't get it.
I don't either. I don't. You know,
I don't understand the rejection thing or whatever, because it shouldn't. They should be solid with who they are.
Yeah.
So I mean that shouldn't shake anything.
Well, like when I mentioned my son, I think I might have said it before. He had 2 girlfriends in high school. One basically, I can't even call her a girlfriend because she needed a boyfriend to show off for Christmas. And then once they went back from Christmas break, she acted like she didn't know who he was.
Why would you do that? Wait, well, that's the silliest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, you know, she needed a boyfriend to show off for Christmas. And
a bad movie.
Yeah, Hallmark movie.
Yeah, it does.
one of the ones that never makes it to the air. And then the other one, I guess the other one was her trying to get back at her actual boyfriend. So yeah, GSF, I'm the same way, but there are guys, and it's that just they are who, they are the way they are, and it's their loss. So
yeah,
like GSF said, it's their loss. So.
Yeah, far and few are like that. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I can't read people's minds. I've already discussed this.
I don't even know how to explain it.
Men are complicated. I know. You're like, wait a minute. No, it's the opposite. Well,
hey, no, that's
maybe like I'm pretty straightforward, so I think I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of females out there who might say one thing and then want you to do something different, like, which is not cool in my opinion. But the world will never know.
It's like how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of the Tootsie Pop? The world may never know.
That was in my GSF video. Where I just explained where you had the what's it called? The little one's working. The little one's working for you. And then it turned into you having really small hands. How you doing, Sorcerer Stan?
Where'd he go?
I'm like, I don't
know. Everybody's disappearing.
Like, I don't want to hear this shit. I don't like this topic. Because y'all are married. That's why. I'm serious. Probably would. Just my observation. I like your sticker in this thumbnail thing. Wait, I don't have a sticker.
You know what? I did a thing on Instagram about it. I said I really need to be awake when I order, like completely awake when I order stickers, because let me see here, see if I can do this real quick. I thought I ordered 3-inch. I ordered 2. They're little itty bitty things.
Yeah, smaller. Well, I was gonna say, like, I've been smaller. I was just gonna say that smaller is better. But I've been waiting for a sticker to do like a 2x2.
Sorry. I tried to hold that giggle.
Well, I was gonna just say it, and then I like the small stickers. I don't like, for instance, let me grab a sticker here. Like well, this is a magnet, but the 3x3s, they're nice and all, but I prefer. Where's the small one? All right. Here we go. I prefer these.
Yeah.
And they very rarely do, what's it called on them? Sticker meal very rarely does. Like, that's the smallest one I have. But
let's see. I just held this up to your sticker that I've got on my backdrop here. This whole sticker fits inside your 3-inch sticker.
The 3x3?
Yeah.
I wasn't looking.
No, I didn't. Here, let's see. Yeah, so there we go.
See, to me, that's a nice size. For stickers. Where did you get them from? Sticker Meal?
Yeah, no, I get mine from Sticky Brand.
Sticky Brand. Do they have deals? I haven't ordered anything because I just refuse to pay the money.
They're constantly running deals. So like once a week, I'm getting an email from them where, okay, get 150 3-inch stickers for this much, or 100 of whatever for this much, and they're always running deals. So
last deal I passed up because it wasn't a deal I wanted.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna spend money.
Well, and they also do the stuff where like each month they'll have, okay, you know what, X amount % off your order, type in the code like for January or they did a New Year's Eve thing, type in NYE25 for like 40% off what you're buying. And, so they're constantly doing stuff like that. And I've never had a problem with them. The Michi stickers I did, that was my screw up, not theirs, where it came out kind of looking like it had a beige background.
Never noticed.
That was me, not them. And because I, playing around trying to, be the expert photographer, well, that didn't end well. So,
I never showed this one.
Hold on here. Let me make you big so that everybody can see it. There we go.
I gave up. I was trying to break it out of the flip.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with those flips nowadays. I mean, you gotta be arnold to get them open.
Okay, what does that look like to y'all? The center.
Is that supposed to be a bat or an angel?
I said stingray.
Oh, it looks like a little baby dragon.
That's what it is. I thought it was a stingray.
I had to take my glasses off and get close to the screen.
It took me a minute. I don't know. Maybe I was holding it like that. Maybe I was holding it like this. Yeah, I think that might have been it.
Yeah, that way it does kind of look like a stingray.
Yeah. I had to ask. Yeah, it's a dragon. For all y'all who didn't know. So, Michi.
Yes.
That's been fun.
It has
Thanks
been
for
fun.
having me on.
You know what? You can come hang out anytime you want. And, we'll have to do this again. Because we're coming up on 2 hours and 40 minutes. Well,
you started. I thought you were gonna hold off, and then when I saw your live,
I started
I was like,
at 7, but I warned everybody. I'm like, hey, you know what? I know I said she's coming. Just
it would end.
Take care of first. So I was I was the opening act for our act. So
what's it called? Well, if I didn't open the trustee, then that would have been a different story. But
no, but you know what? That was fun. That was fun. I had fun watching you open it up. So
of all the trustees I've picked up, I've never opened any of them.
Yeah.
So
we made history on the live stream tonight.
I know, because they asked me during the stream. They're like, you open a trustee. Well, it's funny. No one's been disappointed. Yeah, I was like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, but I know. Weren't you saying you were going to save one for and open it up on one of your milestones or something?
Wow, I can't believe you remember that. Yeah, it might be a while. I remember
the cool stuff.
Well, I was thinking 5,000.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, that's that's right. It might never get open.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
I know, but I think they're more anxious. I think it's like T might be more anxious for me to open. And T knows, because I told him, I'm thinking about opening it at a milestone or something. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know if he was, I don't know my thoughts on this. I was just kind of shooting the shit on my thoughts, but so he was aware of it. I think before he might have put it together. I'm not sure.
Well, see, you're patient, more patient than everybody else. So
I'm very. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I mean, people are patient with me. I can say that.
Yeah, everybody in there, open it. Yeah, well, you know what? When she's ready, she'll open it.
Wait a minute. I don't know if Bob's still here. Hold on a second. Because I think I kept something wet that I said I would. Let me grab it. It's the keychain. I'm not opening it. All right. So this is that's the chest. That's the trustee One of them. They're like.
That was his first one he ever did, isn't it? Or one of the first ones he ever did?
Yeah, the other one's still in the closet.
Yeah.
But I got this. I think it says, I want to say it says Bob on it, actually. This is like, I mean, it's not weird, but this is like the kind of stuff I like. You know?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, Bill. It's a Bill. No, I thought it was Bob. It's Bill. All right. Well, just kidding. I don't know why. I don't know who I said this to, but I said, okay, I'm going to keep it with it. It was a live stream, so I kept my word. And it's been with the chest ever since.
Yeah.
I should have put the date I got it. I hope he dated it somewhere because I would have to go back and.
I was going to say, that was a while ago.
It was when first time he ever did a trustee. I would have to go back and figure that out because I don't know if he keeps track. But it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, how heavy is this? This is heavy. Let me.
I was gonna say, it looks heavy.
Don't be fooled here. I think it's gonna be overload.
Yeah, I think it looks heavy. So.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna overload the scale. I had to grab my other one.
To be continued.
This is like I feel copper brick in here. I know it's not. I don't know what's in there. I never peeked, but
no,
I'm in no hurry.
He wouldn't do that to you.
I'm in no hurry. So, Robert's like, yes. Why'd you retract? What'd I miss?
Who retracted what?
Oh, you know what? You can retract all you want. I can still see it.
Uh-oh.
Why would you retract that? That makes no sense. All right. Well, to be continued with the chests here.
No, No, see, I remember the cool stuff. So.
Yeah, you have a good memory.
I try. I can't tell you what I ate for lunch yesterday, but I remember that. So.
Well, that's cool. I like it. That's sweet when people can, when you actually know they watch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even if somebody can't watch and they just swing by and leave a comment, I'm cool with that too. But it's just nice to know.
Yeah. Well, some of us do pay attention.
I haven't. This was before your time. Just that. Did you know Roman? He's like probably snoring.
What?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't snore. I haven't seen Roman in a while. Yeah. Pay attention sometimes. Well, if you're multitasking, there's, you can miss some stuff. Like, that's why when I do live streams, I like saying who says what, because when I'm listening to another live stream, that's what I would like to hear. I kind of just base it off that, because especially if you're interacting with the stream, then it's kind of like, it makes it easier to follow along. So, but.
And sometimes we get silly in the comments, so.
Yeah, so I'm looking for a Yankee bar and a Yankee round. I know, feel fine when you're going to be like, well, I'm just going to keep it. Why would I tell you? But, anyways.
Yeah, but you've also got those of us that know, okay, Tuli's looking for this, and MSJ's looking for that, and GSF's looking for something else, and, Bellows is looking for something. And we keep our eyes open, knowing that, hey, we're going to grab that for whoever. So.
I don't really tell people what I'm looking for, though.
But we kind of know what you like, so.
Well, I think
we come across something that looks really, really cool. Well, yeah, she needs that here. So,
Like I'm looking for a maple. Take care, T10. A maple Engelhard vertical. I don't know if they made horizontal ones, but vertical maple Engelhard, which I know I'll find. They're all over the place. I can go on eBay and look at them, but I will find one in the wild. I'm not trying to.
It's more fun doing it that way.
Yeah, it's like when you find something, it's I don't know. It's all in timing. So, just like my. Just like that.
Oh.
When I find it, I find it.
It's, yeah.
I know you have a few.
Who?
The ghost sniping farmer. He picked some up, but I'm not.
How bad do you need one? Okay.
It's just I like matching metals. That's why. That's the only reason I want it. So I just want it because I want to match my metals.
That poor vacant home, just waiting for something to occupy it.
Oh yeah. When I do get one, I will like cut a little slit here, slide it in.
There you go.
And then let it sit in here for a little bit just to enjoy it.
There you go.
And that's how this works, people.
Right. The thrill of the hunt.
I've made vision boards before, a long time ago. Everything happened. Everything. And I wasn't even like, I still have it, but it was just like one of those random things. Like you just stare at it every time you walk in and out of a door. And next thing you know, one thing leads to another. And it's like, I looked at it and I was like, I actually did all that.
Cool.
So that's, yeah, I believe in that stuff.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, but had fun. I don't know how you usually end your streams.
Well,
do you have any clips?
I think we're gonna get ready to wrap it up here because total we're going at just flip 2 hours and 47 minutes. So,
I have a pretty picture of the skyline. I might send you. You can use it in one of your. I don't know if you ever want to use it.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
I don't like advertising, so it would be perfect if you want to use it.
Cool. Sounds good. So, well, I think we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. And Tuli, thank you for coming in and hanging out with us.
I didn't expect to be on this long. That's kind of what happens when you have me on.
No, but you know what? We were having fun.
I have fun.
We're having fun and having fun with everybody in the chat. And that's the main reason I do this. And necessarily, we get off topic, but that's, it's half the fun because, we do have things that we enjoy outside of stacking and collecting and that. And, I really appreciate you coming and hanging out with us tonight.
Thank you. See, I knew you would appreciate the trustee and Robert. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Robert. He's gifting me one of T's earliest channel pieces, or the earliest channel piece.
Oh, cool.
So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. So
I appreciate you. And you, Michi, and everyone else in this stream.
Hey, you know what? We appreciate you too. And you're I don't think you will ever know just how much a lot of us appreciate you because you're always there helping out. You're always there to, lend support to those of us that got channels and that. And just to say thank you is not enough, but we really do appreciate you, and you're part of our families. So, all righty.
That's sweet. Thank you. All right, y'all rock. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you soon. Keep stacking, keep hunting. Michi's out.